This video will demonstrate different linguistic techniques by comparing two examples of institutional texts. By utilising the framework provided by Faircloth's three-dimensional approach to critical discourse analysis, I will be comparing the websites of two hospitals in Sydney, Royal North Shore, a public hospital, and Norwest, a private hospital. Websites are multimodal texts, which aim to inform an audience while conveying a specific image of the institution. In the context of healthcare, a specific institution's website can be the first point of contact between an individual and the institution, and as such is a key opportunity for delivering a first impression, managing this impression, and developing trust. By comparing the linguistic features of the homepage of these two institutions' websites, as well as textual elements used by the websites on a larger scale, we gain an understanding of the purpose each website serves to its particular community, as well as the specific goals of the institution. People use the internet to easily find, understand, and use information to complete a task. Unlike print media, people do not read entire web pages. To effectively communicate with your web users, plain language technique use is essential, and it is important that web designers understand the purpose of the website as a specific text, in order to allow people coming to that website to perform a task. Text 1 is an example of a hospital in a public healthcare setting, which has different priorities in its communications with the community compared to a private hospital. This can be seen when looking at the discursive tools utilised in the text. The layout of the page is key in the impression that is given concerning this institution, with the positioning of the New South Wales Health logo and the navigational toolbar framing this website as a smaller part of a much larger network. The elements of the navigational toolbar and the bolding of text are designed to enable the user to quickly navigate to the information they are seeking by indicating their purpose as links within the website. By utilising plain language techniques, such as keywords for navigational links and informative headings, the designer is using discursive practices to ensure the message of the text can be conveyed to its audience. There is limited information provided on the home page of the website, and through the lack of inclusive language used, little attempt to build trust with the reader. This is in line with the fact that most public hospital admissions are emergent, so building trust prior to admission is not a priority in the public setting. The message that is being portrayed by this website is of efficiency and minimalism, which reflects the impression that the public healthcare setting wants to provide. This is an example of the social practice of this institution. At a word level, the use of plain language principles in this example refers also to the avoiding of medical jargon, abbreviations, and other information that would not make sense to a reader not from the medical profession, as this is not the purpose of this text. Looking at text 2, the website of a private hospital, we can see linguistic tools which pertain to the institution's impression management and trust building. It is imperative that businesses present themselves online in a way that not only promotes a good first impression, but that simultaneously differentiates them from other similar businesses, as private patients need to feel like they are getting their money's worth, and may also shop around hospitals. Developing trust in relationships is important in a healthcare setting for the patient, but also for the hospital as a business seeking customers. The decision of having the hospital's logo and name as the first item on the page establishes the hospital's position as a standalone entity, and clearly informs the reader that this is a private hospital. The structural feature of the navigational toolbar, with informative headings at the top of the page, increases the usability of the text for its intended user, and the decision to have the toolbar run along the top left is much more user-oriented when compared to the layout of text 1. This speaks to the social context that text 2 is operating in, being much more customer-oriented than text 1, which is pertinent to the social practice of this institution. The stylistic features used, such as text size and colour, in conjunction with the word choice to welcome the reader to the page, as well as inclusive language used throughout the homepage, demonstrates how the text has been structured to serve the purpose of delivering a positive first impression in order to attract customers to this institution. The producer has also avoided use of medical jargon and any information that would not be relevant to the reader outside of the medical profession, as again, this is not the purpose of this website. These tools are examples of both textual and discursive practice, and illustrates how the document has been designed, combined with the content within it serving a specific purpose. Institutions need a clear understanding of the message they want to convey to their audience, as well as the needs of that audience. This will allow for content, language, structure, and design to be usable for the intended reader. Looking at the differences in the textual elements used in the two texts, we are able to see the different priorities of these institutions, as well as gain an understanding of their social, discursive, and textual practices as identified under Fairclough's three-dimensional approach.